The 911th edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Hi-ho, degenerados. Welcome to episode 911 of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, dedicated to Real Son of Smoke on Twitter. One of the people who gave us a big shout out to both of us for our MMA expertise. So I knew Contender Series. I was a little bit late about late watch Contender Series, as I always am. Yesterday night, not Tuesday night, excuse me, Monday night, Tuesday night. All my days are mixed up. Tuesday night, and I knew we were doing good because I get roped in with all the praise when Gumby does well. So which I'll accept because I get the shrapnel when Gumby does bad as well. And Gumby killed it last week in Contender Series. That would be Daniel Gumby Vreeland. I'm Mr. Worldwide Jeff Fox. Gumby went 4-1, hit 2 dogs and a pick'em. Voila! We pretty much already talked about this on our episode a couple episodes ago. But if you want to gloat in it some more, feel free.
I was just gonna say I also hit the prop on Samuel Sanchez. Somebody in the Discord was like, "Hey Gumby, how you see this one?" And I was like, "Sanchez is gonna knock out Chasen Blair," and then he did very quickly. I almost felt bad about it too. Like I had interviewed Chasen Blair; he's a good dude. Samuel Sanchez got something about him though, doesn't he? Like I know he trains with my boy Jelton Almeida. That camp is slowly turning into a camp with quite a few killers. He's only 22 too, which is pretty crazy.
Yep. Now this week's episode does not look, at least on paper, does not look quite as good as last week's, does it? Like at least prospect wise, I'm like, oh
yeah. I mean, like
Contender Series.
I told you, Larry and Douglas is my most exciting prospect,
right? And he showed why.
And then Samuel Sanchez was like more exciting than I was ready for. Yep. And so far, Carol Foro is the best woman who's come off of the show this year. So like. Yep. Yeah, I mean, like the Sports Center top 10 had 2 of their knockouts last week in the top 5.
Yeah, fantastic.
Probably not going to top that.
Crossing over.
Yeah, probably not going to top that.
Yeah, no. There are 6 undefeated fighters though, but it's all like 4-0, 5-0. Like okay, like it seems a lot of these people are being rushed into here. Maybe I'm missing something though because I haven't done the
one has not been rushed in. He's just had a billion grappling matches. I think that's probably one of the ones
that's right.
Talking about.
Yep.
And then a couple other ones have been fighting on Fight Pass shows, which I think helps get you there quicker.
Yep, that's true. All right. Before we dive into it, we're going to dive into it. Let me tell you about our merch store, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. We're giving away 25%, or we're taking 25% off your bill at checkout when you type in football. So go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Football at checkout. Check out all the amazing merch for all the shows, but especially our show. MMA Gambling Podcast has got a lot of good merch. All right, we're going back to the UFC Apex. September the 16th, we're up to already. Week 6, Tuesday night, 8 p.m., 5 fights, UFC Apex in the Octagon. You know the routine by now. We're starting off with the Canadian though. Hooray for us. Cody Chovancek. Canadian, I should know the name, but yeah, Cody Chovancek. He's from the Niagara top team that basically the only top fighters in Canada fight out of now, pretty much.
TriStar, man.
Who's good out of TriStar? That's Canadian. I'll wait.
Oh, Raphael. Zahabi.
Okay, sure. Ayman's good. Yeah, he's almost 40, but yes.
What about Rat Garbage?
Rat Garbage. Yeah, what about him, Gumby? Oh, he won. That's right. You picked against him, but he ended up winning. Okay. All right. Yeah, TriStar
may have really good too.
He did. He didn't look like Rat Garbage at all. All right, Cody Chovancek. Hopefully he looks as good as Rat Garbage. He's fighting Raphael Uchegbu. He's from the United Kingdom. Uchegbu. Is that right?
Uchegbu, I believe.
That sounded fun though. Uchegbu. All right. That's who we're talking. That's what we're talking about first, right? Is that what's on your screen? Because the order I have in my spreadsheet's different, but
I got you.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. You got me. They've changed the order around, apparently. All right. Let's break her down by telling you about, we don't have any odds yet because the books are cowards. They want to hear what we say first. Uchegbu is 10-1, 4 knockouts, 5 submissions. He's never been finished in a fight. He's won 4 straight fights, all via finish. He's not fought low since May 2024. He's not lost since August 2022. Multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get all our merch at sportsgamblingpockets.com/store. Remember, football at checkout, 25% off. Boom. 2-0 in Bellator, RIP Bellator, 0-1 in PFL. Used to fight at 145. He's 2 inches taller than Chovancek. He's got an inch reach advantage over him. Chovancek is 8-0, 3 knockouts, 2 submissions. He is a regional champ. He used to fight at 145 and 150. 3 years younger than Uchegbu. So a small resume for the Canadian.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Uchegbu as the favorite. I'm not sure about how much the undefeated record for Chovancek is probably going to keep him up there too. We'll say like negative 175 on Uchegbu, and I'm going to pick him in this fight. Not just because Chovancek is Canadian. As you know, sometimes I'll pick against the Canadian just to rattle you around. But, you know, the big piece for me is in most of the fights I'm seeing from Chovancek, he has these like moments on the feet where you're like, okay, he looks kind of like he knows what he's doing and like he's in a good position. But then like he has moments where like he's clearly feeling the pressure from the other fighter, and he does a lot of like dipping his head in positions where I'm like, that's going to get hit by somebody who's better than what he's fighting. He also, you know, like Uchegbu seems to have an issue with the takedown defense. You know, he's a tall, lanky guy. It's like not always the most surprising thing to have him like struggle with some takedowns. But Chovancek just seems like completely disinterested in the clinch. Like his first move in the clinch all the time is to get out of the clinch. And like he's been held in position. So like I don't think even that's like his path to get around to being what I assume will be a worse striker than Uchegbu. And like Uchegbu can get a bit wild, but I actually think that plays well against Chovancek because, as I just mentioned, Chovancek is a guy who dips his head a little bit when things get nuts. And like, even if Uchegbu is being like kind of nuts and wild there, I think like he probably can just find a home a little bit easier here on this one. So, you know, I think Uchegbu's the slightly better striker. I like his defensive striking better. And I think his biggest weakness is probably not an avenue to victory for Chovancek. So I'm going to take Uchegbu in this one.
Naturally. All right. Moving on up to 185 now. In Su Hwang from South Korea, Paddy McCorry from Ireland. Let's break her down by telling you about McCorry first. He's 6-1, 3 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's never been finished in a fight. He's taken this fight on short notice. He's filling in. He's won 4 straight fights. He's not lost since November 2022. He went 1-1 in the Ultimate Fighter, 4-1 in Cage Warrior, so he's fought at a high level already. Regional champion. He's fought at 195, that famed weight class. 3 years younger than Hwang, 4 inches taller. Legendary Hwang, 8-1, 6 knockouts. He's been knocked out once. He's won 4 straight. He's not lost since June 2019. He's a regional champ. He's fought at 179. How's that for a weight class? 1-0 as a pro kickboxer.
This one's interesting for me. I'm going to say pick him. Hwang with the undefeated record, but McCorry coming from Cage Warriors where he's had a couple of good wins, but he like kind of looks spotty on Ultimate Fighter. You know, he won that one fight and then he looked kind of spotty in the second fight. I think he beat Mark Holm, who was in the Tip Sport Game Changer this year. But anyway, I'm going to say like it's a pick 'em. I'm going to go Paddy McCorry. Insu Hwang, you know, like fun striker, clearly has like power in his hands, but I think it's like almost to his own detriment how much power he has in his hands. He's like one of those guys who seems very interested in a counter punching and not really interested in being first. And I think it hasn't cost him yet, but I think Paddy McCorry is just kind of like the right guy to make that cost it. You know, Hwang, like he just goes like super low hands and like leans in and like, you know, come hit me so I can counter you with this like mean right hand I throw. And if you watch McCorry, like this dude loves to make a fight like real ugly and dirty. In his last fight, he just like forced himself into a clinch up against the cage, started dropping elbows, TKO'd the guy that way. He's got kind of sneaky good submission skills too, which, you know, I haven't really seen much of Hwang on the mat, which I think will play into McCorry's favor and give him a little bit extra to win this. But ultimately, like as long as he doesn't eat like a really nasty counter shot, I think he'll be fine because like I think that's mostly the way that Insu Hwang operates is like I'm going to be second in all of these exchanges. And I don't know that works against somebody like Paddy McCorry, who is also like a pretty damn big middleweight too. I'll add that piece in there too. Is like he's a pretty big guy. So yeah, I'm gonna go Paddy McCorry here. Hopefully maybe we even get him as a dog, but I'm gonna guess like pick him price.
All right, so he pissed off Jeff the first fight. He pissed off Jong in the second fight.
Sorry, Jong.
Let's see who Gummy's going to piss off next. After I tell you about mybookie.ag, we are brought to you by them, obviously. MyBookie is your place to bet in football and everything else. Their popularity is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. They have easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. They will have Dana White Contender Series lines probably shortly after this episode drops. So head to mybookie.ag, enter our promo code MMASGPN. That way you get 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. So that's mybookie.ag, promo code MMASGPN. And Rhythm, RITHMM. NFL is back on Rhythm. Last season, Rhythm was 76-66 against the spread and 22-19 on over-unders. They really shined on player props. They went 10-5 on Baker Mayfield props. That's a 25% return on investment. Rhythm also has MLB, WNBA, golf, and college football. Plus, Rhythm has introduced a leaderboard with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you can win $1,000. Gumby, NFL Week 2.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Rams. They're giving 5.5 to the Titans. I don't really believe in that Titans offense yet, although they didn't look terrible in week 1. I think the Rams still ironing a few things out with Stafford and how bad his back has been, but it's only going to get better from here, or at least I hope it's only going to get better from here. So I can see them, after winning by 5 in week 1, covering 5.5 in week 2.
All right, Gummy knows the stuff. He won the internal football pool for week 1. So see if Rhythm thinks Gummy knows the stuff. Check out their projections. You can do it for free by getting a 7-day free trial by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. Remember, that's RITHMM Rhythm. All right, we're moving on up the card. Third from the top now, Thomas Gantt, United States, Adam Livingston, United States. You're going to piss off Americans now, Gumby. That's dangerous. Adam Baum, Livingston, 6-0, 4 knockouts, 1 submission. He's 3 straight fights he's won via TKO. He's a regional champ. He's 2-0 in LFA. 1-0 as a pro Muay Thai fighter. He's 8 years younger than Gantt. He's 2 inches taller. Gantt is 10-0 with 1 no contest, 5 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's won 6 straight, 4 straight via finish. Multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirts, get our merch, get all the good stuff. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Remember, football at checkout, 25% off. He has fought. Here's all the weight classes he's fought at: 160, 165, 170, 185. 0-1 in professional wrestling, not professional wrestling as in WWE professional wrestling, but some sort of wrestling. Professional amateur wrestling. What would you call it?
I think he was like on one of those like Flow wrestling shows or something like that.
What do they call that though?
I mean, it's pro wrestling.
Professional wrestling, technically.
It's a different kind of pro wrestling.
Yes. Okay, let it rip.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Adam Livingston. I think he's going to be like a -185 favorite, but it really would not surprise me if this blew up into the 2s and maybe even kissing the 3s here. And the reason being is that, like, if you watch Gantt, first of all, he's kind of an older guy in terms of being on Contender Series, and it's because he spent so much time wrestling. He was a wrestler at NC State. He's a pretty good wrestler when he was there. The problem is just like it hasn't transferred really well. I watched, it was 2 fights ago of his. He fought for this company called Reality Fighting, which I actually know the owner of. It's out of Connecticut, and he fought this 2-0 guy who I didn't think was all that good. And like the 2-0 guy, like hip threw him real early in the fight. And I was like, this guy's supposed to be a D1 wrestler. That's not good. And then like immediately he gets up and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe his wrestling's better than that. And he just got caught off guard and he shoots a double and like the guy just shucks him real quick. And like, look, he winds up winning the fight. He winds up getting the takedowns later in the fight when the guy tires out a little bit. But I'm like, but what if that guy didn't tire out? Like, are we talking about a guy who loses to a 2-0 guy? And then when you watch Livingston, he's a Long Island MMA guy. Already a check in my book. Those guys are tough as hell. And then you add in the fact that, like, I've seen his takedown defense. He's got excellent hips. And this is a dude who slips and rips on the feet in, like, a very exciting way. Like, this is going to be, if there is a guy on this fight card who is fun to watch, it is Adam Livingston. And he's fun on the mic, too. You can hear him next week on Top Turtle MMA Podcast. Wow, make sure to tune in before he fights Tuesday. But yeah, like Adam Livingston, like just so damn fun on the feet. The fact that he can make you miss and then punish you is really important. And then like, just seeing the hips a couple of times, I know he's going to stuff the takedowns and hurt him. So getting Adam Livingston, and I'm looking for KO props too.
All right. I've heard you say it was going to be in the 100s, 200s, 300s. What are you going to settle on?
I think it's going to open in the 1s. I think it's going to quickly elevate into the 2s thereafter. Like, I think if you want closing line value, you get in early, which obviously you can't do with the KO props. The cowards at the books are posting those like 6 seconds before the fight start. But like, I think KO props the right way to do this one too. But like, yeah, I think it's going to start in the 1s, and anybody who's seen film on these 2 is going to bet quick.
Yep. All right. We're going to our co-main event, even though they don't call that. Iwo Baraniewski. He's from Poland. Mahamed Aly. It's Mahamed, MahamedAly. So not Muhammad Ali, ladies and gentlemen. He's from Brazil. Talk about Ali first. He's 4-0 with 3 knockouts. He used to fight at 265 pounds, 14-4 as a pro grappler. He's the guy Gumby was referring to with extensive grappling experience. He's also got multiple championships there. He won a IFBB. Is that what it is? Is that the right letters?
IBJJF.
IBJJ.
IBFLL.
He won one of those world championships with all the letters. 1-0 as a pro kickboxer, 3 inches taller than Baraniewski. Baraniewski is 5-0, 3 knockouts, 2 submissions. He owes his rounds. I guess they both do. He used to fight at 214 pounds, Gumby. We have some really fun weight classes on today's show. He's 4 years younger than Ali. Very small resume. All right. What do you know about these guys?
I've watched Ali grapple like a billion times. And, he's good at grappling. He's always been a good, his fun fight at ADCCs with Nicky Rod was quite a bit fun to watch. Here's my problem, though. So, first of all, I think he's going to come in here as a big favorite, maybe close to the 200 mark. Like maybe 165, 175 on the return for Baraniewski. My problem with Ali is just like he has found success on the feet in the regional scene, and I think he's forgot that like he should probably be wrestling. And I think that that's a real problem in this fight, because like if you watch his last couple of fights, he's got like a couple of head kick knockouts against guys who are like 0-4 or 1-6. And then he had like a little bit of success against Jared Gooden in his last fight. Like he got to fight Jared Gooden in his 4th pro fight. Like that's pretty legit. But like he had a little bit of success on the feet there. And I think now he's just like, oh, let me throw those hands. Let me throw those bungalows. I've been grappling too long. And if you watch Iwo Baraniewski, like I don't think he's like a really polished fighter, like no light heavyweight is, right? Who's on Contender Series. He's got a really, really, really sharp 1-2. He throws it all the freaking time. You should be able to stop it, but he throws it all the freaking time. But I don't know that Ali's ever dealt with somebody who throws like a really smart, really fundamental 1-2. And then in addition to that, Baraniewski has gotten to his grappling in a lot of his fights. And he's got really nice body lock takedowns. He's really strong in the clinch. He's done really good work there. And while I'm like, if he was fighting somebody he could wrestle, I'd be like, wrestle. He wants no part of this ground game. So like, even if Ali decides to wrestle with him, though, I think Baraniewski's got the wrestling to stop it from happening. So I think rather than using it offensively like he has his whole career, I think he just uses it defensively and throws the 1-2 on repeat. And I think he wins this fight pretty easy by doing that. So after taking what I assume will be dogs pretty much all the way on the card here, I'm going to go with an underdog with the Polish Iwo Baraniewski.
And you think it's going to be the 2s, I think you said, right?
I think like high 1s, but like it wouldn't surprise me if he got into the 2s.
All right. And you said the title of the episode too in there. You don't realize that you did, but you did, Gumby.
All right, cool. I love when those happen.
All right. Before we get to the main event, let me talk about Underdog Fantasy, because Underdog is a great place to play fantasy pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times your entry. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite player stats. It's available for a ton of sports. Gumby's going to give you an example of a play right now.
Sure. As I've mentioned before, like it's football time. Week 2 of football. We've been hot with the picks on football. I'm just going to go out here on a limb here. And I think I've said before, I really do think the books are starting to doubt, in maybe an unhealthy way, how good the Dolphins offense has the potential to be. And they were all pretty mad at each other the other day. So I'm going to take the higher than on Tua's passing yards. Granted, they're still at 233.5, and man, did he not come close to that in week 1. But let's face it, the Patriots are not the Colts. So give me the higher than on Tua's passing yards.
All right. Plus Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code MMASGPN. And we're brought to you by Novig, Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you know you're getting some of the best prices in the market. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with the Novig promo code SGPN. All right, to the main event of the evening, and it is at 135. Got Hecher Sosa. He is from Spain. He is fighting Mackson Lee from Brazil. 3 5-minute rounds, 135, like I said. Lee is 9-0, 4 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's won 8 straight fights via finish. He went 2-0 in LFA, regional champion, used to fight at 145. The Guanche Warrior. Sosa is 13-1, 6 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's been knocked out once. He's won 10 straight, 5 straight via finish. He's not lost since May 2022, and he has multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get a shirt, get a merch, sportsgamblingpockets.com/store. Football is your checkout code. All right, let her rip.
So I'm going to say Hecher Sosa. This will be the widest line on the card. I'm going to say Hecher Sosa -275. Mackson Lee like +225 on the return, depending on how much VIG's going to be out there. And the bottom line is just because so Mackson Lee is going to have a massive height advantage, right? It's like 5 inches height. He's weird lanky, like really, truly weird lanky. He's 6'1", 135. And it's a weird build, like a truly weird build for a guy to be. And the problem is like, I don't really see the potential on the feet. Like I know he's got KO, TKO wins in there, but like he really looks unsure of himself on the feet. His ability to use that length as range is not all that great. And then in addition to that too, like it really seems like he doesn't have very much aggression. Like he's kind of waiting for the fight to come to him, and it has in the past, and that's sort of how he's found submissions. But I don't think he's going to find a submission on Hecher Sosa. Like Hecher Sosa is a guy who, anytime I've ever seen somebody shoot a takedown on him, he's had really smart ways of getting away from it. He fought for, I mentioned this on the last show because I couldn't remember where I had seen Luna before, but this is the guy who fought for Wow FC.
Yes.
People try to make us give out Wow FC picks one time. Did not know enough about the promotion.
We're busy, guys. Come on.
Probably should have known more about Hecher Sosa. But like this guy's very fun on the feet, super fast hands, works the body exceptionally well. And when you're fighting a big, tall, lanky guy, just like ripping that body is just going to do numbers. Nice leg kicks. He's got good knees in the clinch, although I don't really see that being a piece of this game here against somebody so tall. But at the end of the day, too, it's just like it's an aggressive, solid striker up against the guy who's like, please bring this fight to me so I can fall to my back and use a triangle choke. And I just don't think Hecher Sosa obliges him in the type of fight he wants. Instead, I think he just absolutely brutalizes his rib cage and his front leg and, walks away with this one. So give me Hecher Sosa.
What number did you say we're getting him at? Oh, the big one, right?
Big one. Almost threes, probably.
All right, boo. All right, recap. He's got Sosa. He has got Baraniewski after I put his name down. He has got Livingston. He has got McCorry. He has got Uchegbu. All right. Who are you buying stock on from this card? Anyone?
I like Livingston a lot. That's probably the one I'm the most excited about. Granted, lightweight, real hard division at lightweight, but good sprawl on a guy who's really good at boxing. Like you have to like that, the potential to be a sprawler baller there. I'd say Hecher Sosa is probably my next most favorite guy. I kind of secretly wish that we saw Hecher Sosa versus Uchegbu. Like I think that would be a more fun fight. Granted, like Mackson Lee versus Chovancek would be much worse. So like giving both of these guys a chance to win is probably good. But like Hecher Sosa, the way he works the body, the speed of the hands, all that kind of stuff's really fun. I don't know. Maybe I'm excited about Paddy McCorry too. You could probably talk me into it. Like his run on The Ultimate Fighter wasn't terrible. So I'm going to go Livingston, Sosa, McCorry 3.
All right. That's the order. All right. You're all set. We'll be discussing this event and many other events in the Discord, sportsgamblingpockets.com/Discord. On the YouTube, hit us up in the comments. MMA Gambling Podcast. Thank you for subscribing. On the old Twitter, SGPN MMA. Gumby's at Gumby Vreeland. I'm at Jeff Fox Writer, at Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram for me as well. Check out my Substack, enter my UFC Pick'em contest for this weekend's Noche UFC at moneymma.substack.com. Gumby has a podcast called Top Turtle. He has the Man of the Week is on it this week.
Yeah, Stephen Asplund, although we got him before the big win, so you can get his all.
He knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, he knew it was all going to happen. He was feeling confident. So make sure you tune into that. And also we got Christina Brader, who's going to be fighting tomorrow night.
All right, so check it out, Top Turtle MMA. And of course, we're at sportsgamblingpodcast.com, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Football at checkout, 25% off, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. All right, Gumby, I've talked enough today. Take us out of here.
Oh, I'm doing this one? I thought this one was yours.
Oh, yeah, you did the last one. Fine, I'll do it. We'll be back. When are we coming back, Gumby? Next week. We're going to actually take some days off. It'll be Bomb Fox. It'll be the Guanche Warrior, Gumby Vreeland. We'll talk to you on Sunday. Adios.